Pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too, Ernie.
And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here,
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. We'll watch the Brooklyn Nets in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. And for Los Angeles, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. Here we are, opening night.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We've got the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Los Angeles Lakers. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys,
it's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, DA. And tonight we'll see two teams that are dedicated to the youth movement and the respective clubs. Doris, talk about the biggest challenges for a young player in this game.
Well, the world in basketball is increasingly small, so a lot of young players in the game have faced each other in AAU basketball, or if they've played collegiately, they've faced each other there. So the biggest challenge sometimes for young players is not letting this become a personal matchup with the player you're looking opposite. Basketball's a team game, and while you want to outshine your opponent, you've got to do it within the context and framework of the overall team game.
Good point. So the Nets starting five. We've got Allen. Kyrie Irving is out there with LeVert. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the small forward.
Boy, Kev, those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
Now here's Durant. Bradley with some nice D.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, classic example of crowding the shooter, not letting him get comfortable in the mid-range.
They grab their own miss. And here's Brooklyn. Pass to LeVert. James against Irving. Passes it to LeVert. He dishes it to Allen. Clock at 4. Here's Durant. Durant with another miss.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Durant against Bradley. Durant kicks to Irving. The tray. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Davis finds Green. Here's Kuzma. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Davis. JaVale McGee comes in for Bradley. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for LeBron.
one shot.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. It's a three-point game.
And in their two matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Now here's Durant. They could use a bucket. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, there's no consistency from the field in this quarter. We'll see if he can get his shot going.
Right side, Rondo. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cousins. McGee trying to break free. Buries it down low. Cousins has got his first basket of the night. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead. They lead by 5. A great matchup whenever Kevin Durant, LeBron James square off.
It's fun. You know, we've battled so many times. And, you know, someone I respect and someone that respects me. I think that's what you want as a player is, you know, the highest level.
Well, Greg, arguably the best 2 players in the game.
You could make that case. LeBron has occupied that top perch, but KD, a little younger, he wants to inherit the title.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Dinwiddie in at the guard position. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Tries from 10. No good off the back of the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot. And, of course, we know about DeMarcus Cousins last season and the torn Achilles. I'm just glad to see him back out on the floor and fully recovered. He's put in a lot of work in terms of rehab and make sure that he could get back to doing what he does best.
To the inside, McGee. Fires the 3. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triple, showing it off there with range.
Here's Dinwiddie, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Green, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And let's check out stats for James. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in assists, third in scoring, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists, his court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. And so Cook nails both of them. Nets trail by 6. Outside Irving. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Durant just inside the line. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Davis surveying the floor. Here's Cousins. Gets it to fall from the right block. Cousins has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, and his inside game is about as good as it gets. Cousins loves operating out of that low block, and there isn't much any opposing defense can do to stop him.
Here's Durant. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference.
And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. Taking a look at the Lakers, Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, I'll tell you what I saw in the first half, Ernie. 3 things. Soft defense, not enough pressure, but they can still win this game. They need to ramp it up. Was that 2 or 3? Doesn't matter. You understand, Ernie.
And that wraps up the half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Lakers leading by 6. And now that final debt Doris has been paid, it must feel like a huge relief for Nets fans to be done with that trade they made with Boston.
Well, you hate to say it, but trading for KG, Pierce, and Terry back in 2013 turned out to be a disaster for the Nets. Probably set the organization back a good 5 years. They must be thrilled to be out from under the weight of that mistake.
Avery Bradley is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Green. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And it's Durant missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And that one is good. And the Lakers lead by 6.
You love the focus from LeBron James. He's near the rim, so he's got to use his size and his skill to full advantage.
Irving kicks to Durant. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
You know, what you love about Kevin Durant is he has established himself as a top 2 player in the NBA. But the reality is he's never forgotten where he's come from. His charity work, his commitment to the communities and to the places that have shaped him, it's really kind of cool, Kevin.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Green. That's good from Durant. And in 2013, there was a series of commercials calling Durant the nicest guy in the NBA.
Well, let's remember, Kevin, at that time he was a beloved figure in Oklahoma City. He remains tight with a number of staff members there just because of the kind of person and the kind of professional he was. What you love about Kevin Durant is he's a top 2 player in the NBA. But in terms of his charity work, he is right there as well.
More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. 1:39 left in the third quarter. Irving against James. Irving looking for an opening. Pass to Durant. It's stolen by Bradley. Caldwell Pope outside. 1:07 left in the third quarter of the game. Shot clock at 5. He can't hit that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Durant, the pass to Irving. Back to Durant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
Well, you love how Durant goes into the contact. This guy is always looking for an opportunity to get to the foul line.
That's good from Durant. The offensive prowess of Kevin Durant. We knew it even back in high school, but winning the NBA scoring title at age 21, Doris, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, in fact, Kevin, becoming the youngest player to ever win a scoring title. He's obviously gone on to do it multiple times. And to me, where he's really advanced is his ability to make plays for the teammates around him. Kevin Durant prides himself on affecting winning at both ends of the floor. I tell you, as good as he is at the line, it allows him to invite contact when he's down low. Outside, Davis. Back to Cook. Shoots from the right block. Nice touch on the bank shot. And the Lakers lead by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Irving dishes to Durant. The Lakers with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Well, this is a tough night so far. They'd be smart to rely more on a couple of their other options.
And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh, no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
2 shots. Roof shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, you're playing right into Kevin Durant's hands when you put him at the free throw line. This guy has always been terrific at the charity stripe.
And both free throws good for Durant.
I'll tell you, he's coming through for them at the free throw line today. His form has been perfect.
The pass to LeBron. Shot from 12. Nice jump shot. Good. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, here's your problem. You've got to be able to close out hard to LeBron James because he knows he can score from there. This is his money shot.
The third quarter comes to a close. Lakers lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, G.A., you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got, Dinwiddie and LeVert teaming up as the backcourt. Durant is out there with Kurant, and it's Jordan in at the 5, home in the paint. And stolen by Kuzma. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Kuzma. At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. And he can't hit the second. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn, trailing by 5. It's stolen by Green. Now the Lakers on the break. And the dunk by James.
Now, the athleticism and the speed of James in the open floor never ceases to impress. He is just a beast at finishing these fast break opportunities.
It's Durant on the wing. And that's going to be a travel. Los Angeles making a switch here. Bradley's checked in, and a change for the Nets. Prince is checked in for Kurant. Lakers leading by 7. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. LeBron left side. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And it's Cousins with a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Nets trail by 7. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Durant's got 10 points here in the second half.
You simply cannot give Kevin Durant any room to shoot it, and his consistency over the years is really what's striking.
Out of bounds, Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Allen's checked in for Taurean Prince. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 47%, pretty solid. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Shoots over Bradley, and he can't bank that one in. Lakers leading by 4. Cousins, the pass to Kuzma, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Kuzma's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Lobs it up for Jordan, up high to stop the alley-oop.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Over Bradley. Here's Allen. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Well, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
LeBron, no luck.
Great move on his way to the bucket there. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Bradley against Durant. Nice D from Cousins.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they foul intentionally.
At the line for your Lakers, Daniel Green. Taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 6. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Kuzma.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for 2.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're behind by 8. 20 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And down like this, there's so much to talk about. I don't know if one timeout is going to be enough.
I think it's looking pretty bleak.
Pass to Karuch. In the corner, it's Harris. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Here is Cook. And they go to the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Quinn Cook.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. Passes it to LeVert. Kicks it to Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. And a miss there on the triple. Now LeBron. And so the Lakers take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next